Good morning, and welcome to the Match Solitaire Saturday Challenge Live, where we play the Match Solitaire Saturday Daily Challenge, and we see who comes out on top and who has to wear the cone of shame. No, I don't know. I'm Caitlin. I play this game, and with me is David, who made this game.
Oh, hi.
And Allison. Oh, and Allison, who also plays this game.
Hi.
Awesome.
Yeah. There, I did the intro.
Yeah, it's exciting.
We're back on YouTube today.
Oh, back
Hello.
to me? I thought you were going to just take the whole show. All right.
Go right into the countdown. No.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that it was not quite perfect, which makes me look better. So I appreciate you doing that for me.
You're welcome.
All right, so what do we got today? Don't forget, so we're going to do the challenge. Don't forget to stick around for fun facts after the games.
And a demo.
Oh, a demo, yeah.
Yes.
A demo of my new game, which is in progress. So, yeah, I got a new feature to show you all, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So. All right, who lost?
I did.
Oh, what?
Oh.
What? Allison has to do the countdown today. By the way, yesterday's Friday challenge number 3 was actually really difficult. We got a bunch of we got a bunch of new players in Discord looking for hints.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's always fun. All right. Oh, and I should say, in fairness, I happened to see that Quell posted a tip today.
Yes.
For number 2.
I don't know what it is, and
I know. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
He said number 2, right, Caitlin?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Number 2 involves a lot of stacking.
Okay.
That's all he said.
Don't go for the easy matches.
Okay.
Was the tip.
All right.
Yeah.
David was not going to give you the whole tip, but that's the whole tip.
Oh, sorry. That's
Thank
all I
you.
remembered. I just saw it in my notifications, and I was like, gonna have to share that. So it's the playing ground is level.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Take us away.
3, 2, 1, go.
So it's very musical. I like it.
She does a great countdown. I don't know why she doesn't like it.
Because it means I'm a loser.
Oh.
Oh.
You're not a loser. You just lost.
Just because you lost once doesn't make you a loser.
I lost twice.
I'm already stuck 3 times.
Yeah.
Restart.
3 times. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My gosh, why am I having so much trouble here? And who is winning already?
Caitlin.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to start calling this the Caitlin show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What a masterpiece.
Yeah, but I'm not a good. I'm not a great stacker, so I'm a little worried about this number 2 because there I go. I just got a match right off the bat. We'll see. You'll catch up. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you never know. Sometimes it just depends on different players have different techniques, so you might be able to finish it without following Quell's hint. Why am I having so much trouble?
All right, I'm on number 2.
Oh, you are? Oh no, I'm the only one still stuck on this.
Oh, this is very tempting to match.
Come on, David.
I went for it anyway. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm finally making some progress on 1.
How did I do that?
Thank goodness.
No.
I'm not gonna get skunked. Oh, I finished 1. Oh, is my sound not on? Shoot. Whoops. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Those kings right off the bat. Yeah, I couldn't resist them either.
Okay, I'm restarting.
I'm trying to resist them.
Oh, you restarted and tried something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can resist them.
All right, I'm just gonna restart then. I'm gonna just assume that you guys know what you're doing. Ace, 4. But I still really want them.
I know.
Didn't help
You
me.
feel your pain. Oops. Shoot. Shoot.
But yeah, if I get them, I keep ending up in the same spot, so. Erg.
Doing a match. Oops.
A different
Yeah,
match?
every time I do a match, I'm like, I'm gonna try this one, and then it doesn't
No,
work.
I'm undoing it. I'm
I'm
undoing
like,
it.
oh, fine. Back to the same thing.
Nothing works.
Nothing works.
Hmm.
No, but I want.
No. Think, Allison, think.
Someone got a match.
Yeah, I mean, that was me. I don't know if it was right. I don't know if it was gonna help me. Oh.
Oh no, it's a lot of matching.
Yep.
You got it?
Yep. I made it through.
Oh no. Oh no.
You do have to resist those
Lift
kings, though.
off.
I mean.
Okay, I'm done with that one.
You finished too?
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh no, it's an event.
It's a race now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna get through too. Oh. I gotta back up. Who's finishing?
Done.
No, it's Allison.
I was right behind you.
So close.
Also
Oh. All right, I'm the sore
Stressful.
loser.
Stunning.
Oh.
Been so long. It's been so long.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to announce last week. Allison, show us your streak.
Okay.
She had a milestone recently.
Ooh.
510 days.
Crossed the 500 mark.
Yep. Oh, Caitlin crossed
I
the
also hit-
300
Oh,
mark.
nice. 2 milestones.
I also hit a milestone this week.
What am-
I guess Allison's was last week.
Yeah, mine was last week.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't see
Still.
mine because I didn't finish yet.
Don't have a streak anymore.
Ah, shoot.
Yeah.
All right. I lost, plain and simple. Yeah. All right. Well, that's another Saturday challenge down. Wasn't too bad for Allison and Caitlin.
I mean,
see.
It would have been hard
if we
without
hadn't
having
had
that
that
tip on
hint.
two.
Okay.
There's no way I wouldn't have gotten those kings. No way.
Yeah, I keep getting
yeah,
the kings.
I would have been starting over, getting those kings over and over and over before I
Yeah.
ever. We would have been really stuck. So thank you, Quell.
Thank you, Cleo.
I know sometimes I'm like, why did you do this? Spoilers, but today, thank you. That was genuinely valuable.
Yeah.
It was. All right, so on to the fun facts. Caitlin, you want to
Okay.
kick it off?
Yeah.
Oh, I should
So
say I should say one thing. I actually we had a short discussion about what Allison's fun fact is, and just a little bit of a spoiler. It's traitorous. Traitorous. We're gonna have a.
Is it about Benedict Arnold? I mean,
You'll see. Anyway, just a little
Okay.
teaser. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mine is not that. Okay, so I should preface this by making sure, are either of you germaphobes? Other than COVID, are you naturally germophobic?
David is.
Oh dear. I'm sorry in advance.
It's not.
You might not want to
It's
listen
all
to
right. Let me just put it this way. Not much changed about my daily routine for the
when
pandemic.
COVID happened. Okay.
Like I already wiped all my groceries down with wipes. I used to carry wipes with me in my pocket everywhere I went. But now I can't even buy them anymore thanks to everyone else catching on. But for me, it was about getting the flu. I just hated getting the flu so much that I would.
So you're antiviral, but you're not necessarily antibacterial.
Yeah, I just don't. I hate being sick.
Okay. It's okay. My fun fact is about bacteria.
Okay.
And so maybe it will make you appreciate them.
Okay.
Okay, let's go into it with that mindset. Okay.
All right.
So my fun fact, which is a little gross, but it's actually kind of cool if you think about it. There are more bacterial cells in you and on you, because they're on your skin, in and on you, than there are human cells.
Oh,
cool.
That's
so
freaky.
You are actually more, in one way of thinking, you are more bacterial than you are human.
Okay.
Anyway, and there are differing estimates for what the ratio is. So I've heard 2-to-1, so you have twice as many bacterial cells as human cells, and I've heard 10-to-1. I think the prevailing wisdom has moved away from the 10-to-1 and more towards the 2-to-1, but it's probably somewhere in there.
Wow.
Anyway, it does seem to be a consensus that you have more bacteria than human cells. So bacterial cells are much, much smaller than your human cells, and so that's why you look like a human and not like a blob of bacteria.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. So hopefully, so you could live without any of your natural bacteria. It's called your microbiome. You could live without them, but you would not be healthy. You would have a number of deficiencies vitamin deficiencies. You would be deficient in various amino acids. You would be very prone to infection. So one thing that all these bacteria are doing for you is, like I said, I hinted at, they're producing vitamins that you need. They're producing other chemicals that you need. There's something called the gut-brain axis, where most of the serotonin in your body is actually produced by your gut bacteria. And then it makes its way to your brain somehow, and it's helps with your mood and all the other fun stuff.
Oh, so food is the way to a man's heart. That's okay, literally.
I suppose you could. Yeah, sure. Well, not to his heart.
Not to his
brain.
heart. That's okay, I'm gonna have to rethink that saying.
Yeah.
But basically, food makes you happy.
I don't know what exactly the.
If you've got happy person.
I mean, when my
trying to come up with
I'm
something
unhappy,
here.
So maybe there's
not everything has to get
there.
sloganized.
It needs a slogan. Come on.
Okay, well you
I'll work on it.
You work on that.
Okay.
But the other thing I wanted to mention about what all these bacteria are doing is preventing bad bacteria from basically setting up shop in you.
Ooh, they're fighting each other.
Yeah, because
awesome.
if you got a bunch of good bacteria in your intestines, you naturally are going to have E. coli in there, but so you probably think of E. coli as something that you get from eating undercooked beef or whatever. And certain strains are bad for you, but other strains are neutral to good. And so those are the ones that live in you normally. And so, by them being there, they're preventing you from getting from any other of the bad E. coli or like salmonella or, those bad things. If you happen to get some of those in you, they can't establish enough of a presence to make you sick because of if you have all your other healthy normal bacteria in there. Yeah, same thing goes with your skin. So you have normal bacteria all over your skin, which is a little gross to think about, but you just kind of have to get used to it. And by them being there, it's preventing something bad that would try to set up shop.
Yeah,
obviously, if you get a cut, you don't want the bacteria to get into your bloodstream. But
it explains
your bloodstream is sterile. Your bloodstream is sterile, and your urinary tract is sterile. We hope, and unless you have an infection. So there are parts of you that are sterile, that don't have bacteria in them, but your gut is full of it. So.
Yeah, it explains why my friend from Mexico, who grew up eating local foods down there, can eat all kinds of stuff that I can't without getting sick. I think he's got a stronger microbiome.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely has, there's a lot of, there can be variation from person to person. And
yeah, we're weak.
It has to do with...
I think we get weak here in the U.S. Like, that's why we can't go to other countries and drink the water.
It is linked to, you weak. I thought you said wheat. And
I was
going to say that, eating wheat products does affect it.
Oh, yeah.
So people who are on a gluten-free diet have tend to have a different microbiome than people who are eating kind of a normal, and certainly like a Western diet versus a Western, like, sugar heavy refined sugars and wheat products and stuff versus a very like rice based diet. You get much different. You get different things. So
that's partly why I don't like to take what are those antibacterial drugs? Like the strong ones you have to get prescriptions for.
Oh yeah, that's another thing about antibiotics.
Antibiotics. I don't want to take those because it's going to screw up all my microbiome. It's going to screw up my gut bacteria.
It can wipe out the good bacteria, and then you open yourself up to secondary infections like Clostridium difficile and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. Well, then we could talk about fecal transplants.
I was avoiding that conversation. I do know about
it's exactly what it sounds like. So.
Yeah.
But it works. It helps people who have had, had serious problems. Yeah.
Need more good bacteria.
Yeah. So researchers are working on ways to make antibiotics that are more selective. That will only target the bad bacteria that you're trying to fight, and not your good bacteria. But it's really hard.
Yeah.
There are thousands of people working on that day in and day out, and it's really hard. So they're smart little bugs.
Yeah, it's amazing how little we know. To me, how little we know about how our bodies work and how to, I know medicine has come a long way, but I feel like it's just in its infancy. Yeah. I want the Star Trek little thing that it just scans you and fixes whatever's wrong. Need that.
Yeah, that's not happening in our lifetimes.
I want it.
I know.
All right. Well, that was awesome. Good to know.
Yeah.
It does make me feel a little bit better about my bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're
come on, bacteria,
you.
fight. Yeah, fight.
Yeah.
All right. So on to the trader. What? So.
Oh boy.
Well, this morning, I'm actually excited about it. I will admit, because this morning I said that I didn't have time to research the chicken conveyor belt yet. And what did Allison say?
And don't worry, I did.
Oh, that's not being a trader. That's being helpful.
No, it's great. I'm super excited to find out, actually.
Yeah.
But she did steal my idea.
I didn't want to go into a third week having to hear about the chicken conveyor belt.
I thought maybe it would just become a running thing where we never learned about the chicken conveyor belt.
I could keep it to myself.
Well, I didn't do it this week.
No. Yeah. I want to know. I really want to know. It's something I've always wondered about, and I really wanted to research. I just never took the time to sit down and get to the bottom of it. So let's hear it.
Okay. So actually, on average, a chicken does not produce 1 egg per day.
What?
A chicken produces 1 egg per 26 hours.
Okay.
Oh.
26.
Okay.
That's pretty close to a day.
Yes. Now, chicken egg, I don't have notes today. I'm sorry, I don't have notes. I had to read a lot of articles, and I didn't have a chance to to put together notes.
Okay.
So a chicken egg has either 4 or 5 parts.
Okay.
It takes between 3 to 5 hours to fully develop through the reproductory tract 4 of those parts. The yolk, the white membrane, pretty easy for a chicken to produce.
What? It can do that in 5 hours?
Yeah.
4 to 5 hours?
The shell takes 21 hours.
Oh my gosh.
That's the intensive part.
What? It could just like churn out
Yep.
giant eggs?
Yeah.
So if they didn't, back to my idea of not bothering with the shell,
Yeah.
we could have a lot
Yeah.
more eggs.
Yeah.
Like 4 times as many eggs, 4 to 5 times as many eggs a day if we just told them to ignore the shell, just like,
Yeah.
we don't need that.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's incredible. So there's no conveyor belt.
There's no conveyor belt. They can create them
There's
that
only
quickly.
one at a time.
The one thing I couldn't find a lot of information on, and I didn't have a chance to really look into it, is if there is, like, the yolks. It has another name before it becomes a yolk, but the yolk is created during the ovulation period.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if multiple yolks are created during the ovulation period and those are stored. I couldn't figure out how long their ovulation period was. The 4-H website was not super helpful about that, but
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, and
So it's totally
I wonder
natural
if-
for them to lay every 26 hours. It's not, I was wondering if it was something we did to them because like no other birds are out there just popping out eggs every 26 hours.
So I read about that too, and I only found one article about why it's 1 per day for chickens. And this man, who's a farmer in Wisconsin, it was his post. So I don't know if he's an official. Is that chickens lay to the point of a clutch, which is about 12 eggs per chicken. That's like what they would
I see.
sit on, nurture.
Oh, okay.
And
So
that
for like
if you
2
keep-
weeks they lay eggs.
Well, if you keep removing eggs, they keep trying to reach that number.
What?
So maybe if you just left the eggs and they reached like a critical mass, they would stop.
Wow, so it's under their control.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I feel like making an egg today.
Oh.
What?
Maybe.
Or it's not, I don't know if it's rational. I don't know if they're thinking, or it's just like,
Wow,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
amazing. So it could literally just be like, I feel like making an egg, and in a relatively short period of time, it could just pop one out if it feels like it.
yeah.
And sometimes. So is there any, in terms of that timing, is there any change when it's a fertilized egg versus unfertilized?
So the fertilization, I guess, happens in the, I don't remember what it's called, the ovule. Yes, but it doesn't affect the timing.
Okay.
But yeah, there is a stage during that process when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it takes just as long to lay a fertilized egg as an unfertilized egg.
Okay.
So this doesn't quite explain, the clutch theory doesn't quite explain for me why their production slows down after a while. Because
I think it's age. They can start producing
Age.
one egg per day as of 6 months old. And I think their production declines with age.
That makes sense, because that's when they
Yeah.
go off to the butcher
Yeah.
to meet their maker.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's,
Yeah.
thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate it, even though I did complain about you stealing it. But I'm
You
actually
weren't
very
ever gonna
happy to know.
use it.
That's true.
All you did this week was work on the new game. I knew you didn't have time to do other things.
That's true. Speaking of the new game, maybe I'll demo that real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
I always say real quick, and then it takes me like a half hour, but here we go. Okay, so this is a word game similar to Wordscapes. We create, and Allison, you got to help me play this, because I got to think of some words. So basically, you create words to match cards. So I need a word that has an A and a T in it to get this card in the bottom right.
Wart.
So, okay, I was going to say rate, but wart works. And notice it also matched the card on the left, bottom left, because that was a 4-letter word card. You can tap on a card tap and hold on a card, and you get the the instructions for it. And up at the top, I've got a new 3-star scoring system and a little debugging information under it, so I can like tweak the scores that you need to get 1, 2, and 3 stars. But the best way to get good scores is to get combos. So I'm going to try to set up a combo here. I want to get this one in the top right because I want to leave my 4s to try to set up a combo of 4s. So
heart.
Okay, heart. Okay, I still don't have a 4 combo.
I know the bingo.
You know the. All right, fine. I'll get the bingo. What is it?
Well, explain the bingo.
Okay, bingo is, all of the letters in the wheel.
And what do you
Make
get
a
for
single
it?
word. You get a huge bonus.
Okay. Weather.
Okay.
Oh.
Veather. Sure enough. All right, bingo. And yeah, we got a good score for that. So let's just try to get through the rest of these 3. Rate. We'll get the top left. Usually
Read.
those. And what?
If you need a 6-letter word.
Oh, what do I need? What is a 6-letter word?
Wheat.
Wheat.
No, that's 5.
Or
Never
wreath.
mind.
Yeah,
Wreath.
that's a 5.
Wreath.
Oh,
Sorry,
wreath.
I misheard Caitlin.
EATH. WH. I'll use wheat. Ether.
Oh yeah.
Whoops. That's not the word.
No, you
The
have to
ad
spell it
cards.
right.
Oh, did I
Heater.
not spell it right? Ether. So the ad cards, you have to get the exact word on the card. Heater, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Then we just need one last 4-letter word.
What?
I think I got what?
Oh.
Already.
What?
Wet. Good one. That's it. There's no exciting
I was
ending
gonna
yet.
be like, that's a 3-letter word, but wet with an H. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whet your appetite.
Yes. So hopefully that whetted your appetite for this game.
No.
No?
Come on.
That was a good one. Come on. So if you want to try it out, join Discord. Go to the beta channel. So you can get a link to the Discord chat in the Match Solitaire menu. Swipe left.
Did you just say beta channel?
I thought I said
Beta.
beta. Did I say beta?
I heard
You
I've been
said
watching
beta.
too many British
Like
shows.
you're a British person or something.
Oh no, I'm getting a British accent.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh.
Shouldn't have gotten that masterpiece channel.
Yeah. It's a bad influence. All right, so anyway, that's the game. Whatchamacallit?
Whatchamacallit?
It's whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as matchwords.
No one calls it
No.
that.
Yeah, so anyway, I'd really appreciate everyone's feedback on that. I'm in the very early stages of designing the game, so it's a big opportunity for you if you want to create a game that you like, because I'm accepting a lot of feedback and I will probably implement what you like, what you want. So you got a game developer at your disposal should you choose to provide me some feedback. Allison's like, what are you saying here? What are you offering?
Well,
This
just
is-
give good feedback, because if you don't, I am the one who has to deal with it.
That's true. That's true. A lot of the game is thanks to Allison, actually, because I'm basically making this game to her specifications.
Sure. Let the people believe that.
Well,
A lot of this stuff is, and Caitlin, actually. Caitlin's
well,
giving
yeah,
me
but I
some
mean, but
awesome
it's
feedback.
interesting how sometimes, like, because we were talking about, are there too many of this kind of card or too many of that kind of card, and then you adjusted it and you were like, well, now it's way too hard, or now it doesn't really
Yeah.
work, or whatever. And so that's, I mean, some of it's fascinating how sometimes something that sounds like a good idea on paper, then you put it in the game and it's like, no,
Yeah.
this doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, like my idea to navigate yourself out of a word cloud, that was just a big no. It sounded so great.
I meant specifically within this game. Like,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I was like, oh, there are too many cards that are just where you just
Right.
need a 4-letter word, and I don't like it when all 4 of them come up that. And so
Right.
you tried to make fewer of them, and then you were like, it's way too hard now. And I was like, okay,
Yes.
well, we tried. So
Yeah, because I think I have plenty of hard games. I'm trying my best to make a game that's a little easier and more fun and relaxing. Not such a brain strain.
And I think, I mean, there are still times when I haven't played as much as you have. I've played maybe 20 or 30 levels at this point. And it's like, occasionally I still will get stuck because it'll have like a 5-letter word at the very end.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm actually
trying things, and it's all like, you already used that. You already used that. You already used that.
Yeah.
But I don't see any more 5-letter words.
Yes.
Or sometimes I will still get stuck on the last card or two. So it's not like it's super, super easy.
It's true. It's still challenging. And the 3-star system will make it, you kind of an adjustable challenge. If you want to go for 3 stars, it's going to be even harder because you're going to have to use a little bit of strategy to kind of set things up to get those combos. But I'm actually trying to make those endings easier. So you remember when I added the feature to split if you have one stack left, to split the cards out into separate stacks, so you can have, because it's kind of hard to work your way through a tall stack all by itself.
I actually used that to my advantage on the other day. I was down to 2 stacks, and I couldn't figure out what to do for the top card on the taller stack, and so I just worked the other stack down to nothing so that it would spread out the tall one. And I was like, okay, now I can go somewhere with this.
Yeah, but I am still thinking about like that ending where you got one card left and it's like a 6-letter word and you just can't figure it out. You can get hints, of course, but I'm thinking about creating other types of, I guess, power-ups. Like you can get a bomb that you drag on the card to just blow it up if you're tired of it. I don't know.
So I'm curious, how does the game must control for this somehow, that you won't get an at card for a word you've already played. So in the last one you were playing, or go into the next one.
Yes, that was one of the trickiest parts of the game.
Or like how, if you played, say, Wreath, and that was a possible at card in the shuffle, like how does it know not to give you that, later on in the level?
Yeah, I struggled. That was the most difficult part of generating these puzzles. And I struggled with that quite a bit. And poor Allison suffered quite a bit while I used her as a sounding board to work it out. But I did it a couple different ways. One that was unnecessarily complicated, where I started swapping cards with ones underneath that you hadn't seen to try to, if you used a word that was the hint for another card that was farther down in the stack, then I would swap the two to try to anyway, it got really complicated, and I would start running into problems. What I ended up doing is much simpler, and that is the word on the card is not instantiated until you see it.
What?
Yeah. I know, it's hard to wrap my mind around at first, but only the top 4 cards actually have words. And then when you complete a card and reveal a new card, at that time it's assigned a word.
I see. So it
can't
so
be
the game doesn't know what the second layer of cards looks like until it's revealed. No, basically.
Yeah. So if you but it does know the card types.
Okay.
And it has a number of cards that's based on the number of common words that can be made with this wheel. So it's smart, but the actual hints aren't paired with the cards until they become visible. That simplified things a lot. So basically I keep track of which ones you've used and which ones are available. When a new card shows up, I can assign it a word. And based on our discussion too, and specifically the feedback that you enjoyed the at cards. I have those prefer longer words now.
Yeah.
So if you update, you should notice a difference.
Okay.
And that way they're not easily gotten with a 4-letter word.
Right. Because it's more interesting if it's like a 6-letter word and you get a letter here or a couple letters there, and then you have to figure it out around that, as opposed to like you play a 4-letter word and it just goes, oh, that was the at word, and you're like, okay. or like on the thing like you play fire and it was like, and you get 3 of the letters and you're like, well, now I know it's higher because it's, or tire or what, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, so.
Yes. So hopefully there'll be more moments like that in the latest update. And yeah, I'm really, it really helps to get feedback like that, because then I can like tweak the game to emphasize those fun moments. And the other one that I'm hoping, and I'm very interested in your feedback on this specifically, but those 4-letter words, when you get a bunch of them and it's like kind of a silly moment, like where you can get so many cards with one small word. I'm hoping that with the star system that now becomes a fun and exciting moment, because you're getting a big combo and your star rating's going up. So, so we'll see if that worked or not. But I'm still brainstorming for ideas on that ending where there's like a 6-letter word at the end and it's the last card, and that's brutal. That's brutal. I don't know what to do about that.
I mean, yet. I guess you already made it so that the at cards don't show up at the end.
Yes.
Maybe you just make it so that the last cards can't be 6s.
Yeah, I tried to think about how to do that, but it's not like I can completely guarantee it because of the way the cards spread out. But I can do something like, and I'm thinking about this, like only have certain types of cards on the bottoms of the stack.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help. But yeah, those 6-letter words they're tough. Like 6, 7, some of them 7 letters. So I got to figure out what to do about those.
So also, does every level have a bingo?
Yes.
Okay.
Every level is guaranteed to have a bingo. Just so people know, I'll show you the help. If you hit the question mark in the top right, they now have instructions, and it tells you about the bingo words and says every game has at least one bingo word. So I went with that because I think that's one of the most fun moments in the game is finding the bingo word.
Yeah.
So that does severely limit the number of puzzles that I can create, but it's worth it, I think.
You can make higher difficulty level puzzles once you get over, 2,000, 5,000 will be non-common word bingos.
That is true. That expands the number of words I can make once I get out of the common word dictionary and go crazy. So yeah, save those for the really high levels.
Yeah.
If I need to generate more. But yeah, anyway, that's Word Jim call it. Yeah, send me your feedback in Discord. Definitely want to work on this game. I've been how should I say this? I've been debating on how much to invest in this game, if this should be my next big game or if I should drop it and move on to another idea. At this point, I've committed to putting at least a month into it and getting it to the point where it's playable and I could potentially put it in the store. David, the artist for Match Solitaire, has agreed to do the art. So we're working out the details of that. So it should look beautiful like Match Solitaire does. And I'm committed to at least having something in the store, whether or not it's like a huge polished game like Match Solitaire or if it's something just pretty bare bones. It'll at least be playable, and I hope it'll be a fun game for people who like word games. So that's Word You Call It. All right, that's it. Hey, does the person who does the intro have to do the outro as well? Is
Well,
that
she
the way it
doesn't
works?
have the music file up to play. That'd
Well,
be a little
you can
unfair.
just tell me,
Yeah.
and I can cue, I can play it whenever
I mean,
you
there
want.
isn't really an outro.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
bye.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Okay, fine. Are we done then?
Bye.
All right,
We're
see you
done.
next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.